Welcome to Malaysia T10 Dash JTC Coffee Phase 1 2025. We have an exciting match here. Hail Gladiator versus Maxx, and Maxx won the toss and elected to bowl first. You can see the red color jersey. They're bowling first. They are called Maxx with the 6 overs per side after slight drizzling. And with that, I'd like to bring Abrar Hussain, my co-commentator.
Good afternoon, Amin Bhai. So, of course, the match has been reduced due to the rain, and sometimes this can really affect the mentality of the players out there as well because once they usually are out there with a decision to play 10 overs, but because of the restriction, the approach of the players can vary as well. So, considering that there has been a reduction here, I have to ask that what might just be the intention of these batters out there? How much will be just their mindset? How much will be try to just score at this ground here at this point?
10 runs and over would be a good score, like 60 runs.
Definitely, I think at least 60 should be their target, primary target, because 10 and over with all the wickets in hand, I think that's something that they will definitely be eyeing on. On the other hand, I think the pitch will also have something different because it would have soaked up a little bit of moisture as well. The outfield is slightly going to be a bit sluggish. Maybe the similar sort of value for the shots might not be awarded because the outfield might be a little bit wet as well. What do you think?
Exactly, but that's a very valid point. I would agree that, and they need to see the pitch conditions as well, and also the outfield as well. And it's not that easy as in the morning game. And while we're talking, they have taken a couple of runs. That's a very crucial runs for a KGC. And here we are seeing Bilal, tall right-hand medium pacer, bowling on very good areas. Started really well. And on the other side, you see Dilawar Abbas, a well-known name in KL cricket circle, along with Arslan Shabir, a swashbuckling left-arm opener. If he stands there for 6 overs, I would bet they'll cross 60 easily.
Definitely, if these two batters can actually be spending a little bit of time, that is the full 6 overs, they would have definitely cross that mark of 60. But on the other hand, Bilal has other intention as well, as we can see that Bilal is just a bit cautious in his approach because he's aware that the pitch might be a little bit wet as well. So he's bowling a little bit within himself. But so far, he's done a good job in terms of containing these two batters. Arsalan has just gotten strike. It's a left and right hand combination. That's really something that can unsettle the bowler's rhythm on most occasions as well. But we have to see how Arslan goes here because, on the other hand, Dilawar has looked good. But the main point is they haven't gotten a boundary yet. And this is a very short game, so they definitely need to keep going as quick as possible.
100%. And the man you're seeing on the screen with a green jersey and black pant is a master batter in T10 games. I've seen his batting many occasions, especially in T10s. Arslan Shabir, the name is so powerful. He's a power hitter. And if he's there for 6 overs and he bats, and you can see sixes and fours and a frequent times.
The first real attempt at to up the scoring, and he gets it to the boundary. So in the end, a boundary is finally picked up by Arslan here, and this is of the very second delivery that he faces. We have to give credit to someone like Bilal Hazrat. Definitely, I think that was a very well directed short pitch delivery. It's just a bit unlucky that there was no fielder in place to have just grabbed on to that one.
And there is a saying in cricket, when you slash it hard. and that's what Aslan did. You, when you go for a shot, go for it very hard, so that the leading edge will take you to the boundary. It will not land on fielder's hand anymore. So that's very important. He did a good job.
Yes, and especially because we have a reduced game here, there's no really any kind of time to just get the ice settle in. So aggression is definitely a must here, and that is what Arsalan is delivering. You can see that another very good delivery, but once again a wicketkeeper who fumbles, and this is what I was wondering, and this is what I am also having at the back of my mind if I'm a fast bowler. You saw that the wicketkeeper slipped on that occasion. What if that happens when a fast bowler is running in? That is the only concern that I have in this game right now.
That's a big concern, abroad, and actually, and that one is quite concerning as well because he was not getting up earlier. Like he fell down and he stuck, and he felt the pain, I believe, and those kind of falls is really hurtful. And speaking about Bilal's bowling, and he gave boundary, but he bowled really well. He gave just 7 runs in that over, and in the likes of against the likes of Arslan Shabir, that was a pretty good bowling. He got super pace in his bowling. I believe everyone can bowl only 1 over. It's a 6 overs game, and if it is a 10 overs game, we would have seen Bilal's another over. It's such a treat to watch. And what do you think, Abrar? The fast bowling, you're a specialist. Tell me about Abrar, the Bilal's over. How good is he?
I think from the very start, the good thing about Bilal was that he was just trying to attack the batters, and we can see a little bit of a confusion on that time. Maybe the batter is just trying to see where the ball is being played, and on the process they were colliding. But nevertheless, once again, it is the batters who pick up the boundary. It is none other than Arslan. So this is already his second boundary, and he greets Amir Khan with a good one.
And it's like business for Aslan here. A left-hand batter, power hitter, and if he gets going, it's very hard to stop him. And on the other side is a most experienced candidate, taking the ball, is a man with a golden arm, and he can get you wicket anytime you want. Amir Khan.
Yes, and we can see a very good looking shot on that occasion from Arslan. High elbow, that's something that it was missing throughout this tournament. In the previous two matches, I am seeing for the first time someone is attempting that glorious cover drive. But nevertheless, I think you mentioned that Bilal Hazard was trying to bowl with a lot of pace as well, and he was accurate. He was, although it looked like he was bowling within himself, he was pitching it in the right areas, and on occasions he was mixing it up nicely as well. And it looked like he will almost pick up a wicket, but that was not to be. In that previous over, he went for just 7 runs, and that really tells us the story, doesn't it? That so far, even though it's only a game that is being bowled for 6 overs, if you go for just anything under 10 runs, really, I think the captain will be very happy because if someone concedes just 6 or 7 runs, I think he's done his job.
You're right, Abba, and agree to your point. And while we're talking, it was wonderfully played by Arslan, and the ball goes to the mid wicket zone, and that's how he plays. He will not stop until he's get out. He keeps hitting you.
Yes, and it didn't even look like he got the full connection that he wanted. It just seemed like there was some bat onto ball, and that was enough to just take it all the way to the boundary. So, in spite of the discussion that we were having, that it has poured a lot of rain over the ground, maybe the outfield will be sluggish, but we have an answer that maybe it's not to be. Maybe the outfield has actually dried up enough for it to be still lightning fast. And on that occasion, it is much better. A lot of authority on display, and he's pulled that nicely. And this time, a much more convincing way to pick up a boundary.
And he's on fire, no doubt about that. Aslan Shabir, this game is meant for him, and he is built for T10s, and he's more successful in T10s than T20s, if you ask me. And it's naturally coming to him. The way he thinks, the way he goes for his shots, it's quite natural. I've seen his games multiple times in the T10 games, and he clears a boundary at will easily.
Yes, Amir Khan is slightly expensive, and once again, a very good looking shot, this time supported in the field. Hafiz was stunning there at backward of point, and that is why it is been kept down to only a single. So, a good over coming to an end in terms of KL Gladiator, definitely. They will definitely take it. So, 2 overs completed, it's 21 without loss, but I think Arsalan is batting in exactly the kind of style that is required of him. And someone like Dilwar Abbas also needs to step up. We know that this is not his natural game because he's more of someone who likes to play the longer version. He has that attribute as well. He can up the tempo and he needs to do it as soon as possible because just as we speak, 2 overs have already been finished and just 4 overs to go. So they really need to step the accelerator and contribute as many runs as possible.
Yes, two different players you're seeing. One is Dilawar Abbas, known for his long-lasting games, plays natural strokes, a V, play in the V, and also plays odd shots. But this format is there to guide the team, and he is an experienced candidate. Along with Arslan Shabir, his main role is to take singles and give the strike back to Arslan, and also he can bowl very good leg spin. So that's the reason he's there, and he'll come back and bowl one good over. I'm very sure about that. And while we're talking, there's a new bowler introduced. Peter is there. Peter Isaac.
Yes, a very prominent personality. Peter Isaac into the attack, and straight away he picks up the wicket of the danger man, Arsenal Sabir. So he's done his job. Peter Isaac, over the years, he's very known to be prominent wicket taker, and he shows exactly why he's picked up that name. Good effort with the very first ball.
That is a massive, massive blow for KGC, Kel Gladiators, and Arslan Shabir is gone, the danger man, and Max would be highly, highly relieved to see Arslan going back to the dugout, and that's a wonderful start for Peter. He said he's very prominent figure. Yes, of course, he's been on playing for many, many years and taken many, many wickets and got a pricey wicket on the first ball. And he'll be full of confidence. He understands this is a shorter format. He needs to be very, very quick on his toes and pick up another. He'll be like to pick another wicket as well. He's such a kind of a player actually with the right attitude.
Yes, oftentimes we've seen that whenever the captain needs a wicket, he gets the ball to Peter Isaac and he delivers. And right now, it's nothing that has changed, even though the roles have changed slightly. Peter Isaac today is, of course, our captain for the Maxx Cricket Club. So he's often been handed the ball. Today, he just hands himself the ball and he gets a wicket of the very first ball. So, with that, he's picked up the very right man that was required. That is the wicket of the lefty Arsalan, and the lefty was really trying to take charge of this innings here. And on that occasion, he played it straight to the fielder at long off. So with that, we have already seen the first wicket falling, and now Peter Isaac will want to continue his dominance against Avjot. And the beautiful delivery, almost playing that inside out and then trying to get that inside edge onto the stump. But he'll be very lucky, and he's also picked up a boundary. It doesn't matter how they come, as long as they keep coming.
And that's quite a lucky boundary, I would say. Avjot Singh tried to cut the ball outside the off stump, where the coach usually says don't cut the ball that is turning up from outside off stump. But this is T10. There is no restrictions for your games and your shots. You can play whatever shots you like. At the end of the day, the boundaries and sixes matters. Lucky four.
Oh, you can see that he's still trying to do it. It's a risky exploit that he's trying to do, but we'll have to see if he's able to do it successfully because so far it looks like Peter Isaac is just trying to bring the ball into the right hander with his off spinners, and it has worked well for him. Makes some room for himself and plays that on the leg side, but it will only be a single. So lots of things that is being attempted, but high risk, no rewards.
Yes, that's a high risk shot. That's why he changed his shot selection. But he moved from leg to offside and looking to pull the ball to the deep square leg, but there is a fielder set for that shot. Wonderful bowling.
And whacks it this time with a lot of power and authority. That is not a shot, that is a warning from Dilwar Abbas that don't count me out. Although Arsalan Sabir is gone, I can take the tempo up. Let's see how it goes.
This is a wonderful shot, and this is a release of pressure for KL Gladiators, and that is a surprise for Peter. He didn't expect that from Dilawar Abbas. It was a massive shot. There was a fielder kept at the deep, yet he managed to find the gap for that 6 runs. That was a good ball indeed.
Yes, definitely. That was a very good shot. And this time, I think a very good comeback. An appeal. For a moment, I thought that Peter Isaac was just running away without even appealing. He was so sure that maybe umpire will raise the finger. But this time, not so in his favor, is it? Dilwar Abbas survives, but Peter Isaac finishes a very productive over. Although he concedes 11, he picks up that wicket. So 3 overs done. It's 33 with a loss of 1. And from here, it looks like KL Gladiators are probably going to score something beyond 60, and maybe that can be a very interesting total. We'll have to wait and see, but it looks like it's going that way.
As of now, 3 overs done, 33 for 1. That is a solid score for the 6 overs game. The last 3 overs bowled by Maxx is very, very crucial. They will be looking to definitely pull the score down at least 15 to 20 runs from here is chaseable. If anything more than that, and they need to bat really, really well to chase it down. And up against KL Gladiator, it's not that easy because you have Arslan Shabir, a left-arm bowler who can restrict the runs and get you wicket. And the man who you are seeing now, Dilawar Abbas, can bowl beautifully as well. Very difficult. You should be very careful.
Oh, look at that. The spinner's web that was drawn, and it is Avjot who's gone, or rather, Dilwar Abbas. I think it is Dilwar Abbas who has walked down the ground and missed it completely. So, very smart bowling from the left arm spinner, and he picks up the prize wicket here.
That was a beautiful bowling by Arshad. And Dilawar Abbas wanted to come down the wicket and hit him outside the ground, but he bowled an excellent line that was a trap, and the ball turns after pitching, and he had no way coming going back to the crease. Dilawar Abbas was stumped by the keeper. So wonderful, wonderful bowling. And we were talking about pulling the runs down, pulling the runs back, and Ashad is exactly doing what he was asked to do, picking up a wicket, putting the pressure back on the batters. 2 wickets gone for 33.
Yes, a wicket of the first ball. Definitely, he'll be very happy with that. And Arshad is to continue, but this is very important for the other batters to just continue the way the openers had started, and looks like that is the intention. Oh, I believe 2 runs was definitely on offer, so missed out on that because the running between the wickets was maybe not up to par. But irrespective of it, Arshad is to continue, and the batter out there is Mohammad Usman. So right now, it is him trying to bowl a similar sort of a delivery, plays that nicely on the offside, and it will only be a single.
Yes, as of now, Zakir Hussain is a bowler, and he's bowling beautifully, beautiful lines here, not giving anything extra. Fours or sixes here. Couple of singles and a wicket. That's a right way to start.
Yes, interestingly, I have seen that the left arm spinner has actually purchased a lot of turn from this pitch. I thought in the previous 2 games we did not see the ball turning so much, but suddenly it looks like there is a little bit more for the spinners to just exploit from this pitch, and that really can get a little bit more interesting because before him, Peter Isaac is a very interesting bowler, but Once again, another wicket, similar sort of a fashion. The batter tried to advance down the ground. He misses it completely. And once again, he gets stumped. So, excellent delivery from the left arm spinner to pick up yet another wicket in this over.
That was a sensational bowling by Zakir Hussain that was very consistent. You are getting out two top order batter for a stumping that speaks volumes about your bowling, and you are something special. And Zakir Hussain, 1 over, picked up 2 wickets, just given 3 runs, and he has another ball to bowl. And now the new batter comes in, will definitely talk to himself that I will not come down the wicket for Zakir. That's I promise.
Yes, I can understand that there is a requirement to just increase the run rate. But if you can see that by playing that high risk cricket, they have lost 2 wickets, and not just that, their run rate has also fallen down, and that's what fall of wickets can do. So, full credit to the bowlers of Max Cricket Club here. I think the captain Peter Isaac was very proactive. He noticed from the first 2 overs that maybe the introduction of spin is the way to go. He himself picked up a wicket in the previous over, and now Zakir Hussain's introduction has been like a masterstroke. He's picked up 2 wickets by giving away just 3 runs and one more delivery remaining. Can he pick up yet another one? We'll have to see. Amjad is the new batter, and the classic left armer's delivery, very well bowled. That was the arm ball run out opportunity. That will be close, and I think it is given. Yes, it is. So 3 wickets coming from that over, and the game has completely turned on its nose here. What a turnaround from the Max Cricket Club.
So this is a 360-degree turnaround, Abrar, and 3 wickets in a single over, a couple of them picked by the bowler himself, and adding salt to the wound, a run out is added again, and the run is stable. Just 3 runs came in this over, and that was simply a stunning performance from Max CC to pull the strings back. And KL Gladiators would be thinking the last 2 overs we need at least 15 runs and over, at least 12 runs and over to stay competitive in this game. That's what they'll be thinking. And Amjad is in.
Yes, definitely. These two batters will have their work cut off here because, as you mentioned, it's 36 for 3 with just one ball remaining in that over. Not really because he finished off with the wicket, of course. So they've really burned through the half of their innings and lost the key wickets. So the key run rate is slipping away as we speak. They definitely need some fireworks, and we have to see who is the man that can step up and launch a counter attack because they definitely need more. And that being said, let's see how the batter operates here. And it looks like a fast bowler is introduced into the attack. Just two more overs remaining. It is that man, Bilal, into the attack. A solid strike this time on towards the cover region and picks up a boundary. Just what the doctor ordered. He has delivered and crucial runs here.
That was wonderfully played by the batter outside the off stump, Yorker length, wide of the crease, and he stood or backward on the crease. The weight transferred to the back foot, slashed the bat with the extra covers, beautiful boundary, perfectly timed, middle of the bat, and this is very valuable run for the team. He's adding 4 runs extra.
This is going to be a very crucial over and trying to smash it on the leg side, but misses it completely. So good change up from Bilal. Bilal Hazrat before this has just given away 7 runs in his previous over. So the captain thought that he is the right man for the job. So a lot of trust being shown on Bilal by Peter Isaac, and he needs to deliver here. On the other hand, it is Ahmed Laikat and Amjad who are trying to just stitch a partnership and just launch a counter attack. So the game is in fine balance, and the run rate is also par, you have to say. So this over is really going to be make or break for both these teams. And with that, here's the third ball. That is well bowled, almost a yorker, but equally well played and stunningly placed as well. So full credit to Amjad to have picked up a boundary from that delivery. I don't think he's done too much wrong with that one.
And that was a sensational shot from Amjad. Yorker leg delivery. He played two Yorker leg deliveries to couple of boundaries. That is serious skill, and especially for the T10 tournaments and T6 tournaments like these. And this is a serious batting skill. And bowler was quite shocked and stunned, telling the captain, "I was bowling Yorker and hitting me for four. And what mistake did I do?" That's what he said.
Is definitely a lot of reliance from Amjad on his back foot. He's trying to just stand tall and hammer it. And you can see similar demonstration, this time with a lot more power. That is why it travels all the way towards cover. And that is a good catch taken. So he has to go back. But I think the intention was quite clear. He had to up the tempo. And in the process, he's lost a wicket. But Bilal has picked up a wicket that he highly deserves. So good rewards for him for some good bowling. But the other batter from KL Gladiators who's walking out will now have to do a difficult task of just accelerate from here on.
They have exactly 8 balls left in this game because this is the fifth over. Couple of balls left from Bilal, and the run rate not bad, I would say. Anything over 50 is competitive. 60 is above par, and 50 is a competitive total. When you have the likes of Arslan and Dilawar Abbas on your side, and if they'll be looking to score another boundary this over because Bilal is giving you the pace. If you meet the bat at the right spot and pick the gap, that's a boundary for you.
The kind of batting the opposition has, I think definitely the Gladiators will want to put in at least 60 on the board. And you can see that is once again disguised quite nicely. That slow one. So Bilal has really done a good job in this over. He's one more delivery remaining. He's given away two boundaries, but I think the captain will take it. 8 runs at this stage of the game is really something the captain should be happy with. And adding to that, he's also picked up a wicket. Right now, he's bowling to Arifur. We'll have to see if he is able to finish it nicely. The tall fast bowler has a long run up compared to the other bowlers we've seen today. And here he is steaming in to bowl the final delivery. Let's see. Short pitched. He was slightly rushed on, as you can see. That hurried him, and that is why he was not in full control. So finishes with just a single. He's done a good job. 2 overs going for 16 and picking up a wicket here. So one more over remaining. We'll have to see how much they can add further.
That's a very good bowling by Bilal. 8 runs given in the first 3 balls, and the last 3 balls picked up a wicket and given only 1 run. That's how the fast bowlers come back, come hard at you. Even though they're gone for runs, they have that attitude to come back strong. And this is a crucial over of the game because this decides the total you're going to chase, and you need to throw the ball to your best bowler of today's game, and that's none other than who picked up a couple of wickets through stumping and 1 run out in his over. That's Zakir Hussain. That is you're seeing on the screen. He's going to bowl the second over.
Yes, at the moment he's reading an astonishing spell. 1 over, 3 runs and 2 wickets. Economy of just three. So that really tells you how good he has been today. So he's really the bowler that Peter Isaac is trusting on. And definitely someone like Arifur will have other ideas. He'll want to spoil his figures and just try to get as many as possible. But I think he's definitely eyeing at least 15 in this over. We're waiting for the fielders to be in the right place. Let's see how he starts and finishes this over.
The one way you can counter Zakir Hussain is to play sweep shots.
Starts off by
And
just staying away from the hitting zone of Arifur here. But I think that is the right style of bowling we can expect because you mentioned his sweep shot. If he's away from the hitting zone, I think he's better off. Good effort in the field to have stopped that one, just a single.
yes, when I say sweep shot, even the reverse sweeps will help because he is turning the ball huge. And for the right-handers, if they try to use a reverse sweep, you have a high chance of picking up a boundary.
On that occasion, it was slightly shorter and it was helped on its way. Good feeling once again down the leg side and just a single again. And I think Peter Isaac will not be too upset if his bowler is conceding singles at this stage of the game. So, with that, in the two deliveries, two legal deliveries, that is, only 2 runs have been conceded. And right now, it is that man again, once again, a very good change of pace this time, and trying to sneak in another run, and they eventually get it quite easily. Good running.
This is a brave decision from the captain. That all comes from the experience. The Peter Isaac is thrown the ball to the left arm spinner to the last over of the innings, and that's something. That's some braveness, I would say.
Yes, and he's delivered so far. As you can see, once again, that is played on the offside, and that is nicely fielded in the deep as well. Just a couple of runs, so no boundaries are coming, and that is their worth in gold at this stage of the game. Because only two more leaves is remaining. Right now, the score for the Gladiators is just 52. So they're under 10 and over. Sweep shot attempted and straight through his defense. Beautifully bowled. A classic left arm spinner's delivery. And he picks up yet another one. 3 wickets within 6 over spell. Can you imagine what kind of a performance this has been?
This is a masterclass, completely dominant and a game changer spell, I would say, Abrar. And the way Zakir Hussain kept his nerve very calm, composed, and towards the crease, he's not showing any nerves, and he's completely dominated the batters. And only one shot, the sweep shot attempted, and that too failed against him. That's how he reads the brain of the batter and changes the line immediately before he thinks. Such a powerful bowler, Zakir Hussain. He's a game changer, no doubt about that. 52 for 6 after 5.5. That's the last ball of the first innings of the third game, and 52 for 6. Gladiator would have scored more than that considering the batting strength, but Zakir Hussain is completely changed the pattern of the first innings. Super bowling. Last ball.
Very good effort by the wicketkeeper, as you see. He was diving towards the leg side and he's able to stop it. And that's really the kind of effort you want to see from your wicketkeepers. And definitely we have to give him credit. Nahid Hassan is on strike for the last delivery, this time on the offside, and half stops it, but two wides on that last ball. So definitely now, if the batters are able to hit a maximum, it will be 60, exactly 60. So we'll have to see if they're able to do it. Here's the last
The last
delivery.
ball.
Smashes it on the leg side, and we'll have to wait for the signal. Umpire has signaled a six. Would you believe it? This is kind of anticlimactic because for a moment we thought that maybe the Gladiators will not cross 60, but eventually they do. The target that is set will be 62 in 6 overs for the Maxx Cricket Club when they come out to bat. So in this pitch, especially with the power hitters, it will be very interesting to see how the chase unfolds. So second innings will be coming up very shortly with the tension, drama, and the 36 balls to decide the result. So I request our viewers to stay with us. After the short break, we'll be back with the chase. And welcome back, dear viewers. We're back with the chase here. It is the match between KL Gladiators and Maxx Cricket Club. KL Gladiators started the innings quite nicely with Arsalan Sabbir's knock of 17 of 10 deliveries, and eventually, with that maximum that was hit by Ahmed Liaquat, the score took just over 61. At the moment, the chase will be 62. So, definitely a finish that KL Gladiators needed. They had got it. So the close in with 62 runs. This is going to be a very crucial and very critical kind of a score because the required run rate will be over 10. So really, the batters of Max Cricket Club need to go out there and start hitting from the very first ball. And on the other hand, it is it is not just going to be simple hit hard and then just wander around playing shots aerially because I think some smart cricket is required as well. So, viewers, I don't think you'll be able to blink because every time you do that, I think some kind of action can be mixed. So, with that, the openers are walking in and the pressure is thick. The gladiators are circling like they're having a lot of energy as well. So we can truly promise that every ball is going to be a battle from here on. And the question will definitely be if Max can handle the hit or will the KL bowlers turn this into a fortress of defense. So with that, the starting with spin straight away. It is that bowler that we were talking about even during their batting. Arsalan Shabbir is introduced straight away into the attack. And I mean, do you think that is the right decision?
That's the right decision if you ask me. And the way they have uh, prepared for this game is absolutely good. It's quite positive. They want to set the target and bundle the opponent under the targets, and they have very good experienced candidates for doing that kind of a job. And the man you're seeing is himself is an experienced uh, bowler in a T10 format, especially Arslan. Look at that first ball dot, second ball giving just one run. He has high chance of picking up wicket. Here it's an interesting contest here because Peter versus Aslan. Peter took Aslan's wicket. Can he take his wicket? Let's wait and watch.
Yes, and I think so far in the first two deliveries, you've seen that the left arm angle of Arsalan is drifting the ball quite nicely into the right hander. And that's really something that I'm very happy to see because the arm ball is quite doing a lot of tricks for Arsalan over the years as well. And once again, we can see that he's just trying to execute that. And this time, a run out. Would you believe it? Confusion. And you mentioned that can he pick up the wicket of Peter Isaac? Even though it was not off his bowling, but definitely in his over, he's managed to pick it up.
That is a massive, massive blow, Abrar, and you are seeing the captain is leaving the crease and without scoring any runs, and that is a big, big disaster for them. And Aslan Shabir, look at the way he took the belts off with full of energy and revenge. He wants to take that wicket back, and he's so happy that he's left. The captain is left.
I have to ask you, I mean, here, do you think that single was on offer? Or you think that it was the right decision for Amir Khan to send his skipper back?
I think that was pretty late to send the skipper back, and also that was not a single. I would say it's quite a risky one.
Yes, and you
Probably,
mentioned it was risky, but eventually the wicket had fallen. So, irrespective of the risk, perhaps they should have just stayed in their crease and maybe not target
mm,
Arslan. But right now, Amir Khan will have a lot of responsibility up his shoulder. And look who's joined him. It is Ajib Khan.
and two top players, and the very good power hitters as well.
Yes, and they have had plenty of experience as well. So they play cricket all year round. They play in different parts of Malaysia as well. So they are well aware of this kind of situations. And that is really going to test their skills here. Look at that. Beautifully bowled once again. Doesn't get the cap. And this is turning out to be an excellent over, especially because it's the first over of this innings.
And I also noticed that Arslan is keep bringing the ball in. That is the arm ball you mentioned about, and it's a bread and butter for him, I believe.
Look at the kind of bowling he's done in this over. It's a maiden, would you believe it? Because the single that came off it was a leg by, and in a T10 format, first of all, this is already something that is exceptional. But right now, especially because we are playing a reduced over game, this is worth its weight in gold. What an over this was from Arsalan.
This is a reduced over from the reduced game. You know what? The one over has been reduced because of the maiden. Now they have to chase the target with 5 overs, not 6 overs.
Yes, right now I think momentum is truly with KL Gladiators because in that first over they were unable to get anything, especially the likes of Peter Isaac and Amir Khan came out to bat. So it's not like two tail enders are here and then a spinner gets a maiden out of nowhere. It was the first over in the game, and we predicted that maybe KL Gladiators will just try to bowl with Arslan. So all the things were in the mind, but the execution for Arslan was absolutely top notch. Sometimes we talk about plans, but oftentimes it will have to be demonstrated on display as well, and that was top class. This time plays it in the air, ball in the air as well, and it is taken. So would you believe it? 1 run and 2 wickets have fallen. Dilwar Abbas, the very experienced campaigner, picks up a wicket of the very first ball.
We were talking about this in the earlier innings as well. There are two important bowlers for Gladiators, and the two of them are bowling the first and second overs, and two of them are getting you wickets and not giving runs, and you cannot ask more than this. And Dilawar Abbas, with loads of experience, bowled the teasing delivery to get Ajab out, and they're already on the back foot. MCC, 1 run on the board and couple of wickets gone back to dugout, and the score and the run rate is required run rate is 12.62 now instead of 10. That tells the story easily.
I think this is excellent use of experience. We have to give credit to the captain of KL Gladiators. Mohammad Usman Anwar has rotated his bowlers quite nicely. The first over, although we know that most often around any format of cricket that we see, the fast bowlers are usually given the ball, the new ball that is. But today we are seeing that first over was given to Arslan and the next given to Dilwar Abbas. And so far they have done their job exceedingly well. At the moment, just 1 run on the board, and they have lost two of their batters right now. Amir Khan is still out there and plays a good looking shot. This time, the new batter all along the carpet, a gorgeous looking cover drive to pick up a boundary of the very first delivery that he faces. And that is what was required of him. So they really need this over to count, even though they've lost a wicket in it. They need to make sure that this over gives them as many runs as possible.
This is a confidence booster for Max Cricket Club, and the cover drive played beautifully well and didn't use his power and full of timing and elevation of the bat, and there was a picture perfect shot from Zakir Hussain, the man who bowled extremely well today, now started batting well as well. What a potential prospect.
And this time gets a little bit of a bounce of the pitch, a misfield, but I think it will only result in a dot ball. So that is well done. But right now it is actually been a single as we were speaking. So Amir Khan is back on strike, and Amir Khan had opened the batting, and he's still yet to get off the mark. So in this game, I think this is turning out to be a very crucial moment. And just when I say that, he's pierced the gap nicely, this time on the offside, and he finally gets a move on.
Amir Khan, you already mentioned that experienced candidate. Absolutely, yes. He was captain for Para, and he's been very, very consistent in two departments, bowling and batting. And here up the order, he is the man of golden arms, the bowling and also in the batting. You can expect something unexpected things from Amir Khan. He is always a surprise package.
Needs to get a few more. Once again on the offside, and that is slashed and slayed slightly back of a length, and he threw the bat at it like an absolute sword. It flew past the fielders and went to the boundary like an absolute trace of a bullet. So finally, I think it is exactly what Max Cricket Club required in this over. They have picked up 13 runs in it and still one more delivery remaining. Amir Khan is doing his job and he needs to carry on if Max Cricket Club want to put in some kind of a fight in this contest.
And this delivery, most probably, it would be a flighted delivery because two short balls have been cut easily. He will be flighting this one definitely.
Didn't listen, and perhaps that is why he was hammered. Should have listened to you, Amin, but it was a similar sort of a delivery, and once again, a similar sort of a shot that has resulted in yet another boundary, turning out to be a very expensive one. 17 runs off it, and exactly what Max Cricket Club eventually needed.
We were talking about Amir Khan's ability, and he is a super smart cricketer around the KL area. And he look at the way he handled Dilawar as an experienced bowler, but he toyed him like an amateur. That is how Amir Khan plays. And you allow him to bat until six. I'm pretty sure he will chase this target for your team. That kind of a batter he is.
Yes, one bowler is allowed 2 overs, and I think this is the time to just bring in Arslan back because he's been the best bowler in this inning so far for them. So we'll have to see if that is the decision. If I was the captain, I would definitely do it. Right now, the score is 18 for 2, and required run rate is 11 and over. So, with 8 wickets in hand, you still believe that the batting side really has an advantage unless the bowler just produces that one gem of a delivery. We'll have to wait and see. Looks like it is Arsalan who's back into the attack. Can he produce another stunning over here?
An advantage for Arslan is this field is spread out because the power play is done. That is an advantage.
Advances down, and if the keeper would have gathered it, he would have taken a stump in opportunity. But I think that was a tough one. You can't really blame the wicketkeeper. He had his view obstructed by the batter advancing down, but he's definitely done a good job to be able to stop it.
And there was a huge wicket. Zakir Hussain, his batting is very, very strong and would have been a very good wicket. Look at that.
Yes, Sakir is turning out to be a very good batter here for Max Cricket Club. At the moment, he's 6 of 4 deliveries, but I think most of the responsibility falls on the shoulder of Amir Khan. Amir Khan at the moment is 12 of 7 deliveries, and Arsalan is just trying to find a way, just trying to break through his defense. And on that occasion, you can see once again it was that in drifting delivery from Arsalan Shabir's arm ball, and once again it is a dot ball. So, what an effort this has been from Arsalan Shabir.
He is not giving any room for the batter, especially Amir Khan. He is bringing the ball pretty quicker and he's kept changing the line. That's really interesting.
And this time he reads the length of the ball and smashes it on the leg side. But look at it, he's still unable to pick up a gap in the field and only gets a single for that gorgeous looking shot. And that really tells us that Arsalan Shabir is bowling to his field as well. He has support in the deep, and it has been difficult to pick his arm ball, as you can see on that occasion as well. Batter tried to play it on the leg side, missing it completely. So, yet another dot ball, just 2 runs off it. I mean, would you believe this is once again turning out to be an absolutely brilliant over?
100%. And if you ask me, one reason for the KL Gladiator to win this game, it's exclusively Arslan Shabir. I would say that.
This time, use of muscle trying to smash it on the offside, and he's able to just play it outside the reach of that deep fielder. So eventually picks up a boundary, but nevertheless, Arslan Shabir is 2 over, going for just 6 runs. He hasn't picked up a wicket, but he has definitely applied the brakes on the scoring. So now in the next 3 overs, 38 runs will be required. Who do you think is favourites to win this?
As of now, the bowling team looks dominant for me because those couple of silent overs have taken uh, it put a tremendous pressure on the batting team, and that's what I feel. The last 3 overs, let's assume if they get one good over, and if they don't get one over, if they let's say score only less than 6 runs in another over, and that's done for the day. It's not easy to chase.
I think they can't leave too many for the last 2 overs. So I think this over is going to be very crucial for them. It is perhaps a make or break over. If they can afford to just score 15 to 20 runs in this over, then they can truly find themselves in a more comfortable situation for the next two. But on the other hand, if the bowling side picks up 1 or 2 wickets here, then momentum will truly be on their side. So we'll have to see how this over transpires. And at the moment, we are seeing the introduction of yet another spinner, and it is going to be Amir Khan on strike. Let's see how he negotiates.
Ashwan to Amir Khan, and that one was a wide ball, and it was asking for punishment. Just missed to connect that ball, otherwise it would have been a four, easy four for Amir Khan. But one run added to the score. He'll be very happy to receive that.
Yes, that was a hit me ball, missed out on it. And once again, he's just trying to be on that leg stump area. I wonder if that's the right way to go when these two right handers are at the crease. Because if the slog sweep comes in and there is some kind of timing, I think the ball is traveling. So it is it's quite interesting if he persists with that line and length. Let's have a look. This is the second delivery. Yes, he's just happy to bowl at the legs of these two right-handers, and you can see that it is picked up this time from Zakir quite comfortably. So I still will stick to my decision of saying that this is perhaps not the right line.
This is not the right line indeed, Abrar, because now he is asking the captain to change the field, but the captain said strictly, "No, you change the line better. I don't want to put the fielder according to the wrong line. Instead, you put the better line. I'll set the field for you." That's what Abbas said.
Yes, no point trying to be defensive at this stage because you can't really set fielders for poor deliveries. And on that occasion, this is much better and almost look like he'll pick up a wicket here. Zakir living dangerously is 14 of 8 deliveries at the moment, but they really need some kind of a boundary in this next 3 deliveries to really find themselves closer to the target. And misses it. You miss, I hit. It is the bowler who strikes, and Zakir, after playing a cameo, has to walk back.
And that was a pitch of a delivery, and that's what needed from the bowler. That's what needed. And Dilawar Abbas is himself a very good bowler, and told the spinner to bowl a different line, and that got him the wicket, pricey wicket of Zakir Khan. Amir Khan is still hanging there, a 14 of 10 ball, but the record run rate is already crossed 13.71, and the new batter comes in. It's not that easy to go after the bowler right from the ball number one. He has another couple of balls left in uh, H1's over, and it's going to be very, very difficult for the chasing team to complete the task.
Yes, definitely. The over from Arsenal Shabbi, 2 overs went for just six. Dilwar Abbas, 1 over for 17. And so far, we see Ashwan has given away 6 runs and already picked up a wicket. So definitely Amir Khan has his work cut off. At the moment, he's 14 of 10, and that kind of an innings is not really good enough when the target is well and truly above 62. You gotta have your run rate up there, and every dot deliveries can increase that run rate further. Dances down and once again just is able to play it on the leg side for a single. So this is turning out to be another very good over, and the spinners have operated quite nicely here.
It's a full of spinners from Gladiators. They have attacked with full potential. One more ball left in this over.
And in that hitting zone, that is dragged away on the leg side and absolutely destroyed for a maximum. Rocked back on the back foot quite quickly, and that was played on that square leg area. So flat fierce and a maximum with absolute fire.
That one was a much, much needed boundary for that over, and that's none other than the super dependent Amir Khan, the super special Amir Khan, and who played that shot beautifully. He was waiting for the ball to be landed on that spot. Looks like a premeditated shot, and he played with full control, and the ball roses to the boundary and over the rope for a huge six that releases the pressure somehow. Still, they need 12.5 runs in over. They have just 2 overs left, 12 balls, 25 runs.
Yes, I think that shot was definitely on the card because throughout that over, Harshwan was just trying to be on that leg stump. We mentioned that maybe that was not the right line, and I think Amir Khan was really alert to the situation. He was aware that the bowler is just trying to be in that sort of a line and length, and you mentioned it was maybe slightly premeditated. Doesn't matter. He absolutely nailed it to perfection. So right now, 25 needed in the next 2 overs. So really, the game is once again hanging in the balance. We can't really decide from here on. This is turning out to be an absolute cliffhanger, and we'll have to see how they just go on about it with the introduction of once again yet another spinner. So, I mean, I really have to ask you at this point, you think this is the right way to go? Operating with spin throughout?
I think you need to. It's all about your feeling for the bowler. And while we're talking, there was a massive shot from Fahad Maksud straight down the ground, a powerful shot, and Muhammad Usman have been taken for granted for this ball. And 4 runs added to the score. They need 21 runs in just less than 2 overs. This is going to be an interesting game. I'm very sure about it. You asked about the bowlers, spinners. Yes, it's all about the confidence you have in them. That's it.
You can't really be in that hitting zone. He's a tall man, Fahad Maksud, and he has a lot of reach. So I think on that occasion, he was just outside the off stump, but somehow the blade is creating such a big arc because of his reach that he was able to time it down the ground with a lot of power for that boundary. So right now it is once again Amir Khan who's on strike and he's looking good. 20 of 11. Can he pick up another maximum? Plays it beautifully. What a shot! This is over the top of extra cover this time and slashed and slayed by Amir Khan for another crucial boundary, turning out to be a good over for the Max Cricket Club.
And this is an interesting game, I would say. And look at that run rate has gone down now. 16 needed from 1.3 overs. That looks like achievable. The way Amir Khan is batting, he is hitting the big sixes. And the next three balls is very, very crucial for them. How many boundaries they can score.
And once again, he's trying to stay away from the hitting zone of Amir Khan. And this time, Amir Khan just had to play that on the offside, and it was far away from his body line. So that is why it was a bit more difficult. So good delivery from Mohammad Usman, but he really needs to bowl these two deliveries nicely because otherwise, if the required run falls below 10, it will be very easy for the batters. We'll have to wait and see. And look at that thickish leading edge and traveling straight towards third man. Eventually, Mohammad Usman is rewarded and he picks up Fahad Maksud's wicket. And once again, it's very difficult for me to let the viewers know which team is having more momentum with them. Is it the batting team or is it the bowlers?
And it's all about how many balls Amir Khan faces. That's what I guess. And if you give him 6 balls, he'll finish this game. I'm very sure about it.
Yes, with 4 wickets down, there's still a few batters hovering in that Max Cricket Club lineup, and we'll have to see who's the right man for the job. Amir Khan, since opening, he's still out there. At the moment, he's 25 of 13 deliveries. Mohammad Usman has one more delivery remaining. So far, he's given away 10 runs, and we have to say that if he produces a dot ball or a wicket, I think the captain himself will be not too unhappy with 10 runs given away in his over. But if he concedes anything beyond it, I think that can really shift the momentum alongside KL Gladiators. So let's see how this crucial last ball transpires. Bilal has walked out to the middle. He's a very good fast bowler. We have seen it. Now let's see if he can produce a knock with the bat. And he's launched it into the orbit. Let's see if it has enough legs, and it doesn't. The ball is caught just before the boundary, and it is that man, Arslan. What a day he is having, and Usman delivers the goods here.
That was a stunning and an effective shot, effective catch actually by Arslan Shabir, and he has a safest pair of hands in the team, and that is a crucial winning moment for them. And the last two balls, two wicket, which not only takes the wicket off, it's also cut the two balls of run scoring from the opponent. That puts the 15 runs needed in the last over, and Amir Khan would be striking the ball. And it's going to be an interesting over, I would say. And whoever bowls it, and they'll be having their heart on their mouth. And Amir Khan is in a rock solid form, hitting you sixes on the left and right, offside and leg side. And you want to bowl to him at this stage, and I pity for them. And it's quite interesting to see Dilawar Abbas is going to bowl the last over because he was extremely punished by Amir Khan in the previous occasion. This time, he's coming back to bowl the team, and easily the dominant player between these two is Amir Khan.
Yes, definitely. Amir Khan has an opportunity to become a hero here. And let's see if the very experienced Dilwar Abbas is just able to induce a mistake. Because one mistake here, the Gladiators can definitely seal the night. Let's see, this is pressure. This is the T10 cricket tournament that we promised at the start of this tournament can bring. And look at that, smashed it into the orbit this time, and it has gone out of the park. What a shot under tremendous pressure Amir Khan has delivered.
And do you think this is a good decision, Abrar, bringing Dilawar Abbas to bowl the last over against Amir Khan? You think that's the right one?
Definitely, I'm not convinced, especially with 15 runs required. I think even at this stage, maybe a fast bowler could have been introduced because we know that sometimes a specialist fast bowler can nail those Yorkers, and even for someone as experienced as Amir Khan, it might be difficult. And in the last over, when a spinner operates, it's just about a little bit of error with the length. If it's full, it can be punished. Just like on that one, two balls, two crucial shots, and would you believe it, a misfield at this stage. That is unforgivable. Hands around the waist from Dilwar Abbas, but not much he can do, can he? Already two balls, 10 runs, and now four balls will be delivered for just 5 runs. Now, once again, Max Cricket Club are favorites. So, this has been a very good game of cricket, but right now, I think most likely Max Cricket Club really has an opportunity to win from here.
Would you believe, Abrar, the last five balls he faced Dilawar Abbas, he scored all boundaries and sixes.
Yes, this time also he tried to play it on the leg side. So this is actually massive from Amir Khan. First ball of the final over. He's not waiting. He smashed it for a six. And in the next ball as well, he hit it with so much of power that because of the misfield, the ball has traveled to the boundary. And now he takes the single. So really, he's treated this over like he knows everything about Dilwar Abbas, and look at that shot. So bisecting the two fielders, it is Mustaq who's just placed that final nail in the coffin. And look at it. Max Cricket Club has eventually come out victorious. What a game of cricket we have seen today from these two teams. It was a cliffhanger. Both these teams have put on a very good show. It was the Clay Gladiators who came out to bat first, riding on the innings from Aslan Shabbir and Ahmed Liaquat. They managed to put in 61 runs. The target for Max Cricket Club was 62. They started off in a very crippling sort of a fashion. They lost their skipper Peter Isaac and Ajab Khan, but it was Amir Khan who stood tall. He scored 36 not out of just 16 deliveries, and he was partnered with by Zakir. Eventually, they have won the game with two balls to spare, and they won it by 5 wickets. This is the kind of cricket that this tournament promises, and we've seen a very good one. With that, this game is over, but we have one more match remaining. So I will be requesting all the viewers to stay tuned and stay with us because we'll be coming back with live action shortly. Thank you.
Thank you so